Welcome to my channel, Tech and Chill. You know, we often talk about the future like it's decades away. But what if I told you that in just 2 years, our world could look and feel fundamentally different? Well, buckle up, because that's exactly what's happening. Artificial intelligence isn't just getting better, it's exploding. So today, we're going to look at the key AI trends that are set to completely redefine our reality by 2026.
Let's just kick things off with a number that should really make you lean in a little closer. 70%. Yeah, that's the percentage of our day-to-day work tasks that AI could be handling by 2026. This isn't some slow, little creep forward. Nope, this is a massive, exponential leap into a new way of working and living. So, you're probably asking, how in the world do we get to a number like 70%? Well, it starts with the first huge trend. AI is changing its job description. It's moving on from being just another tool we use and is becoming a fully integrated teammate. Think about it like this. For so long, AI was something you had to go find. You'd open an app or go to a website, but that's all changing. Now, AI is becoming the actual brain of the device itself. It's not just running on your operating system anymore, it pretty much is the system. So what's driving this personal AI revolution? Well, there are 3 big things. First up, you've got AI native operating systems. Imagine Windows Copilot just summarizing a huge report for you before you even ask. Second, there's an explosion of what we call edge AI chips, stuff like Apple's M4 or Intel's Meteor Lake. This basically puts a supercomputer brain right inside your phone or laptop. And that leads to the third, and maybe most important point, privacy. Because all that thinking happens right on your device, your personal data stays with you. That's a huge deal, especially with laws like GDPR in Europe. So, what does this all mean for you, really? Well, it means your digital assistants are about to get a major upgrade. They're going to be way faster, much more secure, and they'll actually get you. They'll understand the context of what you're doing without you having to spell it out. It's the difference between asking an assistant a question and having an assistant that already knows the answer you need. Okay, so this whole personal AI revolution is incredible, but honestly, it's just the start. The very same transformation is happening on a massive scale out in the real world, completely reshaping our jobs, our industries, and even the cities we live in. At work, the big shift is from us doing all the grunt work to just delegating it to AI. We're now seeing these AI agents that don't just help with one little task, they can manage an entire project from start to finish. And the impact is already huge. Some companies are reporting up to a 65% drop in all that boring, repetitive work nobody wants to do. And listen, this isn't some science fiction movie plot. This is happening right now. You've got humanoid robots like Digit already on the job in Amazon warehouses. Figure AI's robots are literally on the factory floor at BMW. You might have even walked past an autonomous shelf scanner in Walmart. Heck, entire cities like Singapore are using AI to manage traffic in real time. The automated world isn't coming. It's already here. This really sums it up perfectly. The conversation has completely moved beyond just, automating a simple task. We are at a point now where entire complex workflows can just run by themselves, all coordinated by AI. It's a total game changer. So we have AI in our pockets and AI in our workplaces. What's the next frontier? Well, it's integrating AI into our actual perception of reality. This is where things get really interesting, where that line between the digital world and the physical world just starts to melt away. Just picture this for a second. You're walking down the street and you never have to pull out your phone. Not to check directions, not to reply to a text. All of that information is just there, seamlessly woven into what you're seeing. That's the incredible promise of augmented reality. Let's just walk through what that feels like. A message from a friend just fades into your vision, super discreetly. As you walk, glowing arrows appear on the sidewalk in front of you, guiding you to your destination. You can reply to that message just by speaking. And this is just the beginning. The next level is AI-powered XR, or extended reality, where you can have a conversation with a virtual character who actually improvises and reacts to you. It's a whole new way to interact with information and the world itself. All right, if you thought that was wild, for this next part, we are going to the absolute cutting edge. I'm talking about the kind of technologies that feel like they were ripped straight out of a sci-fi blockbuster, but they're actually becoming real. So let's start with this concept, a brain-computer interface, or BCI. It's exactly what it sounds like, a direct line of communication between your brain and a machine. Forget keyboards, forget your mouse, forget touchscreens. We're talking about control with nothing but your thoughts. And this is moving from an idea to reality at a mind-boggling speed. Just in 2023, IBM hit a huge milestone with a 1,000-qubit quantum computer. That's the kind of power you need to run these incredibly complex AIs. Then, in early 2024, Neuralink implanted its first BCI in a person, and they could control a computer cursor just by thinking. And right now, as we speak, there are clinical trials helping people with paralysis communicate or even move robotic limbs. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's happening.
So, after looking at all of this, AI as our teammate, as the brain of our world, and even as a direct link to our own minds, it really leaves us with one final, profound question about what all of this means for us as people.
As we weave this technology deeper and deeper into our lives, making it our coworker, our assistant, and maybe one day even a literal part of us, it really forces us to stop and ask a pretty fundamental question. Who or what is ultimately going to be in control? It's a lot to think about. I hope you found this breakdown interesting. If you did, please share my video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.